Hi there, welcome to the Gardens and Graveyard channel. My name is Charisma and today we are meeting in the backyard and we're going to do a backyard garden tour for January of 2025. We are in the new year and things are looking quiet because it's winter time. But I have some really beautiful things happening in the greenhouse. Everything's holding up really good, so we'll take a look at that and we'll just kind of take a look at what is happening and what there is to see. All right, we're gonna just start here. The raised bed right here is empty. There is begonias and hostas in there. So they'll be full eventually. The plants around the pond, I never did get to dividing, and they desperately need to be done now. So that's like the number one priority of spring, to get in here and divide these plants and take the heuchera out. But these are all evergreen plants and they're just hanging in there. As you can see, the rest of the garden is just kind of gone to sleep. It's quiet, but there is little signs of growth happening. We have this container that we planted up with a bunch of miscellaneous perennials. So we have carnations here that I need to deadhead. But we also have, what is this? This is larkspur, and it has a bunch of new growth. So I'm gonna just come in here and pop off all the old growth, and you can see all that beautiful fresh growth is starting to come up already. In these beds we have cannas and I believe tulips. Is that right? Tulips or daffodils. We do have this canna just sprouted up this week. I don't know. And then there's this one is getting a little bit of sprout on it as well. Typically my cannas don't come up that quickly, so I thought that was kind of interesting. We planted naked ladies or Christmas amaryllis or summer amaryllis, and they started to put on a little bit of growth. This red is a little bit of new growth in the garage, so I pulled them out so that they have some sunshine. And the honeysuckle vine that we took down to just about nothing has buds all over it, so that's exciting. Not much going on here. Over in this garden bed, we've got sprouts all coming up through here. One of them looks like a tulip. The rest of them, I believe, are ranunculus. That's the only thing I planted in here this year, but we've planted other things in here in previous years, so you know, a tulip might come up. I don't know. These are plants that we are holding over, but I just wanted to show you that the sedum has put on a ton of growth in every single one of these. And this guy has new growth on it. I don't remember what, this is the guara, the petite pink guara. It's got a little bit of new growth on it. I also have a little update on the butterfly bush that we cut back. I did a root there. This was like rooted, or not rooted, but it had roots on it, so I planted that. And then I took softwood and hardwood cuttings. All of them have held on to their leaves and they're looking pretty good. Several of them have new leaves on them, so I'm pretty happy about this. These ones have new leaves on them as well, so I just might have had some good success there, which is exciting. And then in these, this is our only like big winter interest here, but we've got these little kind of like berries on these plants. This is the female. It has big bright berries, These are Skimmia. These are the first year that I've had them, so they're doing pretty good for the first year. Over in this area, the rhododendrons are all budded up. Of course, they're not blooming yet. And the rose back there has a ton of little baby buds, but nothing's in bloom right now. Move down this direction and you could see our heuchera are starting to push some flowers. There's a little white one right there. They don't usually get like full of flowers for maybe another month or so. But their leaves start getting a little bit ratty, so I just cut them back and let their flowers shine in the spring, so it's almost time to do that. Just see if there's anything of note anywhere else. And I was gonna look and see if the cyclamen is blooming right now, not here. Sometimes the cyclamen blooms this time of year. And the camellias won't be blooming for another month or so. I don't see any buds on that one. But that one over there has tons and tons and tons of buds. Everything else is pretty quiet, and I'm just gonna pop into the greenhouse and show you what's going on in there. And right on time, my phone weather app said that it would start raining at 2 o'clock, and it is 2 o'clock on the dot. So we're gonna pop into the greenhouse. That's the benefit of having greenhouses in the wintertime, is we could get out of the weather and check things out. All right, so here in the greenhouse, start at the edge. We have a flat of ranunculus that I put in the garage. It started sprouting, so we brought it out here. We do have a bed full of ranunculus right here, and as soon as these ones get a little bit bigger, I'm gonna put them in the containers right out here with the daffodils that are already planted in there. I do have a fan going just to keep air circulation circulating. I've got just a couple of, I don't know what these are. The sun credibles in here. I don't know if they're gonna winter over in the greenhouse, but here's hoping. This this baby has put on growth since we put her in here, and I think that's pretty exciting. This is it's a Proven Winners plant. I'll put the name on the screen because I'm totally blanking out. And then in the back here, we've got the Campfire Marshmallow. It's all... Okay, and now it's starting to rain pretty good. It's probably pretty loud too. All right, back here we've got verbenas, more verbenas, tons of verbena. We've been having them bloom up and on. They're very happy in here. We've got this flowering maple, which is starting to bloom as well. Okay, never mind rain, it's hailing. Jeez. All right, I shared this with you in a video recently when we were talking about the room garden, but I have 5 of these 1 gallon double up begonias, and I've got a small flat of the Dusty Miller cuttings and half a dozen of the Diachondra Silver Falls and 5 more of this 1 pint of the double up begonias. We've got this beautiful herb in here, really fun. I can't remember what this is, actually. Does anybody remember? I don't know. Yeah, and then we have these Xanthus, which I was trying to see if they would bloom. I did get one bloom in here like a month ago. You could see it's molding in here. That's how much moisture is in this greenhouse. And then I do have just a couple of things in here. Some succulents. This was a basil that died. This is a trailing fuchsia that's kind of hanging in. We'll see if it makes it through or not. We've got a little bit of bloom action going on right here. Fun. So my hope is that we can get all of these perennials out into the garden in March, in time to move our seedlings out here to harden off. So I'll start doing seedlings in the house. I have it set up in my dining room. We'll do seedlings in there, and then when they're a couple inches tall, 2, 3, 4 inches tall, we'll bring them out here and let them grow a little bit longer. We usually don't put our flowering annuals out until May, so they kind of hang out in here for a couple of months. But my goal is to get all of these established plants back into the garden. White fly. Back out into the garden before I have to bring my seedlings in here, because as you can tell, I have no room on my bench for seedlings. And that's the whole point of having the greenhouse, is to have a space to harden off my seedlings in our climate. So yeah, that is it essentially. I think it's done raining and it's blue skies now, so blue skies. Oregon is so strange like that. Actually, it's not done raining. It's blue skies and raining. All right, well, that is going to be it for the backyard garden tour. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you are celebrating your life, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.